Something I'm going to make a note of, because I've seen it a lot, is the controversy over the knee to the grounded opponent for Koscheck and Johnson because of the supposed eye injury that people say Koscheck faked, which I'm not going to argue. It's neither here nor there. There was a theory that the eye injury actually came a little bit before the knee, which, you know, possible. I don't know. But this is not about the injury specifically. This is about the idea that the stoppage in play stopped the momentum, except here's the thing. We go back to Tallis Latis versus Nate Marquardt for this, when Marquardt nailed Latis with a knee to a downed opponent and lost a point. Latis received the time to rest and recover from the foul. Now, Koscheck would have gotten that eye injury or no. Just without the eye injury, just brought the doctor in, basically. That's it. I believe they do have like a limit of 5 minutes or something, but that's it. It's kind of like a groin shot. There's time to recover, so regardless of whether he was injured or not, he gets that time. So this idea that that was unfair is kind of silly. This idea that the other idea was coming to this, Koscheck can't take a knee. Well, the thing is about knees on to a grounded opponent is, if you look historically in the UFC, they've been a lot more effective than they have been in Pride. Now, the logic for this, in my opinion, would be that you don't expect a knee to your head when you're on the ground because it's illegal. And when it hits you, you don't see it coming. It's kind of like how effective a counterpunch is versus a non-counterpunch. You don't see it coming, you don't prepare to take the shot. I mean, people got knocked out with knees on the ground in Pride, but it was never, very rarely was the first knee. It took repetitive knees. In the UFC, it seems you'd hit with the head on the ground with a knee and you're out. Are we supposed to believe that, you know, by and large UFC fighters can't take a knee to the level of Pride fighters? I don't think so. I think it just really has to do with not seeing it coming. Also, I'm trying to figure out how Anthony Johnson has like people that really want to argue with him. Like, I don't like Kaz, but I gotta say this: Rumble is, I don't want to say cheater, but the fact that he's been allowed to fight 3 times now without making weight, like he made weight this time, but like in the past he missed weight on 3 occasions. Particularly the Yoshida fight where he missed by like a ton. I don't fully understand how this guy actually has fans. He's an exciting fighter. I like watching him fight, but it's borderline unfair that they don't, that they, not so much that they make him go up to 185, but they keep booking him fights at welterweight. Because they should say, you know what, you didn't make weight this time. Made weight this time. But you know what, it was so close to your last fight that you had a lot less weight to cut. And that's probably the only reason you made the weight. Pretty much all I have to say on this topic is, I mean, that's my reason. That's my rationale on the matter. If knees to the head are illegal, you're more prepared to take one and thus don't get flat out knocked out. I mean, you look back at the James Irvin fight, you look back at the Irvin versus Kane, and you look back at the latest versus Marquardt fight. You get the time to recover from a foul. Doesn't matter if you're injured or not. That's kind of it, really. Nicely handled by Mario Yamasaki, I must say. A ref that I used to not actually care for that much, but he's definitely moving up in my mind into, you know, probably the top 5 UFC refs right now. With probably Herb Dean. Haven't seen Troy Waugh in a while, otherwise he would be in there. I guess Yves Levine probably still is in the top 5, even though he's had some really bad moments, but that probably shows something about the quality of the reffing in the UFC right now. Between Mergliata and Mazzagatti, I'm not big on Josh Rosenthal either. Anyways, that's it.